So this has been a long time in the making because I've been a bit busy, so I haven't had time. Oh my god, that is a dead fly. We're having a bit of a fly problem and a maple bug problem because it's fall now, and if you live in Canada, then you know what comes during this time. So I think it's dead, that fly, so we're just gonna leave it there. A bit of backstory: I went to Europe and it was basically for almost a month. So in 1 month I traveled to 3 different countries. I guess I should explain how this whole Europe trip came about. So it started with my sister marrying a Frenchman, and so he originally is from France, and instead of having a full-blown wedding, they decided to just do like a party. The places that we went to in Europe were Paris, Barcelona, the south of France, and then Italy and Greece. Let me take you along for my Euro 2025 trip. To start off, I had a birthday, the big quarter-life crisis. Really not big on like my own birthdays, but like other people's birthdays I love. So of course, I need to get my nails done. And I always try to do a fun design whenever I travel. And this time I wanted it to be subtle but like still cool, so I found this design on Pinterest. It was just like an ombre effect but with a gold tip. I think they turned out pretty good. I was obsessed with them. I think they're like subtle, but it gives you a little like sparkle, which is what I wanted.
I'm worried because my ticket isn't loading. It's 11:25 p.m. So I'm on my own right now, heading to the Dior Museum because I had to work, and now I'm rushing to meet the rest of my family because we have all tickets and they can't go until everyone's there. So I'm rushing. We are going on a river dinner cruise tonight.
There is a thing, like, some people like to do this, some people don't like to do this, but I think I personally liked how we did this, especially since we were in Paris for such a short amount of time. We wanted to see all the monuments, so I think this river cruise was a really great way to see everything in one night.
Are you happy to be in Paris?
We
were in Paris for about 3 full days, 2.5, 3 full days before we flew to Barcelona for a few days. This time we booked an Airbnb. I really liked our Airbnb because it had enough space for all 8 of us. Well, I should say 9 now because, yeah, because my brother-in-law came later.
Today is day 1 of our first full day in Barcelona. We're at the Sagrada Familia. The sun is so strong. Men are playing, what's this game called again? Bocce ball? Bocce? Baton. Huh? Anyways, the point is they're gonna throw a ball to get whoever gets the closest to the little circle. The colorful ball, which looks like a fun game to play outside, a chill game. I thought it was lawn bowling for a second, but no, it's not. It's so cool. It's quite hard at it.
Why are there different colors? Why did Dad pick yellow?
Because that's passion. Refreshing.
One thing I will say about Barcelona is the mosquitoes were invisible. Like, I didn't see a single mosquito, yet I would see a mosquito bite just in random spots on my legs, and I was like, what?
Yeah? Today is day 2 or 3. I can't remember. I'm wearing my Lululemon tennis dress. We are at the steps where they filmed Cheetah Girl. There's so much fresh fruit in there, and now we each got some fresh juice, some fruit juice, and we're gonna walk to our lunch spot, I think. And then I have to work at 4:30, 4 o'clock again. Now we're in the shade, thank the Lord. We've been in the sun all morning. Everything here is organic. And then we took the train back to France, to the south of France. So we started off in Montpellier. Is one of the best places here to get a croissant. Tour of our Airbnb. So we're gonna go outside. It's really in the south of France. So there's some picnic tables, this giant tree, barbecue, and then another section with the little hot tubs thing. And then the outhouse section is over there with an extra bed, but we're all too scared to go in there, and there's so many bugs. Some tanning chairs, a little mini greenhouse, come down the steps, and then if you continue along this path, there's like a section with all like the firewood and another exit. But yeah, overlooks all this greenery. Literally, this is the south of France. Oh, well, a little bar section. Lots of tables, lots of spiders, lots of bugs, but we're surviving. So today is my sister's wedding party ceremony. It's not a ceremony, there's no ceremony, but my sister's non-traditional traditional wedding is today. This is my dress. I got it custom made in China, which I put on some falsies for the family photos. Cute little bag, shawl. It is so, my sunnies, it is so hot outside. So last Christmas when I was in Hong Kong, we went to China to get custom dresses made. I will say this dress, it was rushed. So like it didn't, like he measured me. I've only did one measurement and that was it because I had to go back to Canada. So he worked with those measurements and like there are some changes I wanted. Like it was a bit too high, like the straps are a bit too high. The boobs were a bit weird, like they were like very out there and I was like, this does not look natural at all. And I really wanted to change them, but it's because it's like a fish, I don't know what it's called, the fishbone or whatever. It's you can't like take it out, you can't like change the look of it, otherwise it's going to change like the rest of the dress. So I decided to just leave it, but I will say in photos it looked natural, but in person I just looked like I had a shelf on my chest. So, and then after the wedding, when
everyone went back home, I continued my travels with my sisters to Italy. Now, we have never been to Italy before, so this was going to be a first time, and I've always wanted to go to Italy. Decided to go to Rome because we could only have time. Well, we tried to go to more than one place, but I thought Rome would be a good hub spot, and from there you can get to other places. What we did was to help us see everything that we possibly could in such a limited time is we booked a tour group, and this tour started in Rome, and it would take you to Pompeii and to Portofino. Great. I really like the tour. Like, you start in Rome, all meet at this one spot, and then get on the bus. And the bus drivers in Rome in Italy are just so skilled. Like, the roads there are so like curvy, and I'm very sensitive when other people drive. Like, I get bus sick, and when this man was driving, I was like, wow, this is such a smooth ride. Like, I don't feel him like pushing on brakes or anything. And he was going through high up hills and mountains and everything. So we really got to see the countryside in Italy when we were going to Pompeii and down to Portofino. Especially in Portofino, like, you think you can drive down there? No, it is so hard to drive. Our bus was even too big, so we had to get off the bus and everyone split into two smaller buses to get down to Portofino. We're at the Colosseum. So yesterday we went to Pompeii and Positano. Today we're in Rome.
Filmed our haul.
What haul? I think this was probably the highlight of, well, one of the highlights of the trip. The Italy part of the trip was we got to see one of my favorite pianists slash composers. He is one of my favorites all time. Like, I love his music, and even we got my dad hooked on his music. My mom knows of his music. Like, we listen to him, we can play some of his songs on the piano. So we got to see him perform, and he played all of my favorite songs, all of them except one, Primavera, but that's okay. It was just such a great night. Our seats were so good. Like, we really researched our seats. Like, I was looking on TikTok and seeing which would give us the best angle. Our last stop, which was Greece. Again, we traveled on these budget airlines, which was hard because some of these budget airlines are very picky and will make you take your backpack off to see if it fits in their compartment things, and you know what, you just shove as hard as you can to get your backpack in that compartment, no matter who's watching. So we spent a few days in Athens. And then we went to an island. I haven't been to an island before, but we went to Paros, so that was a first. This is our room. This is our balcony, which looks at nothing. Ow, I just ran into this chair. And then the pool is right over there. By this time, I've been gone from home for about 5 weeks now. My nails were disgustingly so long. I wanted to cut them so bad. So I found like a place there to get my nails done and to take them off. The ladies who were doing my nails were like, your nails are so cool and so pretty. Like, how'd you do this? And I was like, oh, it was not me. I got my nails done. It was like this chick, and I sent her this photo and they did an ombre effect and they were like, oh my god, it was so cute. And I was like, thank you. Yeah, it was cute. I just went with a solid red. The one thing I liked about our hotel is they had a pool, so if you didn't want to walk the 10 minutes down to get to the beaches, then you can just sit and relax by the pool, which I did a lot. So yeah, it's handy to have a pool. Oh. But did you think we would be done in Greece? No. We flew back from Athens back to Paris, not Paros. We went to Paris for a few days. And I did not know that this was a big thing. On June 21st, or whenever the longest day is, I'm pretty sure it's June 21st. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know. But they have this celebration called Lafayette de la Musique, I think that's what it's called. It's basically a celebration of music, and especially on the longest day of the year. So all these different like bar shops will set up like a DJ booth outside their store and start blasting music. And it was so much fun. I had a blast. Free concerts all over Paris. We could walk from one place to another place that would be playing completely different music. Everyone was drinking and having a good time. I want to go back again because it was so much fun. But yeah, we spent the whole evening like walking around and listening to music. It just made walking a lot easier, and we ended up at the Eiffel Tower, so we got to see it lit up one last time before it was time to officially go home. So that was my Europe trip of 2025. I had a lot of fun, made a lot of memories, learned some lessons. You know, traveling with your sister, it's a lot, especially for so long. Yeah, I definitely think out of all of it, I think Paris was probably my favorite city. I just liked the vibe of it, and it was very similar to New York, but the South was also one of my favorites as well too, because the people I met were really nice over there, so I definitely will be looking forward to going back, hopefully. Yeah, I'm excited to see where my next travels are, but I'm really thankful that I have the flexibility to be able to go to all these places for such a long amount of time and still work. But I'm not saying that it was like easy. It was really hard, actually. I think working like how I worked in Europe compared to Hong Kong, Europe was a lot harder because there was just so much I wanted to do and see, and I would work in the afternoon, evening, meet up with my team, do my meetings, do my work, and then I'd quickly go meet my family for dinner, and then when we were done dinner, then I come home and then I'd work some more, and then I would be going to bed at like 2 a.m. and then I have to get up at 7 a.m. because we wanted to be first in line when you have to wait for like all these museums and places. So we literally had a jam-packed schedule, but I made it work. Everyone was happy, and I got to go to Europe. All right, I'm gonna cut it here because I feel like I've been talking for so long. This was my Europe trip of 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this little recap, and let me know if you have any questions. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.